other seat. You're live. Hello, YouTube folks. I'm Al.
I'm Tony.
Here we go. It's been a heated. It's been a heated moment, and we haven't even gotten started today. So here we go. Let's, I don't think we need to turn these off. It's conflicting. All right. I need to move over. There we go. So, Tony, what are we going to talk about tonight?
Well,
Useful idiots. Ain't no shortage of those guys.
I got an article here.
Yeah.
It's called
What's it say?
Beware of the Useful Idiot.
Okay. Who are those useful idiots? Let's talk about those people. What's it say about them?
It says recall Hillary did her college thesis on the writings of Obama, writes about him in his books. Saul Alinsky.
Saul Alinsky. Knew it was Saul Alinsky. He was a communist.
Yes.
That's right. Communism. Listen, folks. You never lived it. You never been visited it. It only takes a moment to see it, understand who these people really are. I myself went to Beijing, China in 1991, right after the Tiananmen Square issue. And first I can tell you, when I went there, you would never know that Tiananmen Square ever even happened. That the students of China had rose up against their own government. These people were murdered. They brought in tanks and armored vehicles, and they mowed these students to the ground. And they went so far as to cover up. They paved over the street to cover up the bullet holes that had occurred in the shootings, so that no one would ever believe that this ever happened. And then they denied that the Tiananmen Square issue had ever even occurred at all. This is how dark communism is. And these people like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez from New York and Bernie Sanders, listen, you don't understand what it's like to be poor. Well, this piece of garbage has 3 homes, $1 million homes around the country. Yeah, he don't know what it's like to be poor because he's never been poor. This clown never held a job till he was 47 flicking years old. You know, he came from a wealthy family, and suddenly we all should be poor because Bernie says so.
Well, most of the people in charge have. Most of the people in charge, like Nancy Pelosi, and,
Right.
All the people in charge are billionaires.
All of them.
Over
Multi-millionaires. They go to Washington, broke, poor, and come out million every day, one of them. Does anybody find a problem with that? Personally, I found a problem with that. These people go to Washington poor and come back rich, and we're all supposed to listen to what they have to tell us and what their thoughts are is the most important thoughts ever. These people are liars, criminals, and thieves.
Well, they got us all tangled up. We're also concerned about our house payments, insurance payments, gas and electric payments. You know,
which again,
car payments,
right?
And then you got your credit card payments, and you're just tangled up. So you can't really, you ain't even got time to listen to what's really going on.
Yeah, what's really going on? And what's really going on is that all
you
of
get
this,
so wore out from all the stuff that you have to do, you don't want to do anything once you get off work.
Right, you don't. Now, I will tell you, I've been doing this 30 years, studying the government, drugged this guy into it 20 years ago. He fought me. I mean, I drug him clawing the pavement. Clawing the pavement. No, this can't be true. No way would this ever happen. Until today, he believes like I believe. We don't always agree about everything, but he knows what I'm telling him is the absolute truth. I don't hold back anything from me. And we're in a war, folks. We're in a battle. And God bless Donald Trump. God bless Donald Trump. Donald Trump. God sent Donald Trump to wake us up, to give us an opportunity to get back on our knees, to get back to God. Because I'm telling you.
Amen, brother. I'll give you an amen.
Listen,
on that.
They want this man dead. They want him dead. He has done more against the corrupt, evil establishment in Washington, D.C. than Kennedy. God bless Kennedy. And they killed him. And they killed his brother. And they killed his son. They killed his son. There is no doubt that they murdered his son because he woke up. They're like Tony and I woke up.
Well, he was so popular with American people.
Yes.
They didn't want him to take and fill his father's shoes.
He was running for the same seat who was running for? Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton.
He was running against Hillary Clinton. And she didn't have a snowball's chance in hell of ever beating him in a race for the New York position. And so what? Well, let's just kill him.
Just eliminate him.
Yeah, let's just kill our opposition, and then nobody will be there against us.
Well, she was so convinced that if she went against Donald Trump, that she would be a shoe-in because Donald Trump had no snowball's chance of making it,
No,
according to their thought.
according to their thoughts, they thought Donald Trump could never win, and actually, she promoted Donald. She did.
Well, she wanted to run
She
against
wanted
him.
to run Donald Trump because she thought he's
She'd
nobody.
be a shoe-in.
She'd float right into that position, and the fact was, she brought her destructor into the camp, and Donald Trump,
and I believe that was an act of God.
and that was an act of God. It was. She is, because that woman is as evil as anyone can be. You people have no idea how dark this woman is. You have no idea. It's not just the dead bodies from Arkansas and Washington, of which there's 200.
138.
That was 270.
Okay.
Who's counting? But
I said 138.
there's a lot of dead bodies. There's so many damn bodies they stack up like cordwood. And if you consider the war she drug us into, the numbers could go into the thousands. But we won't directly tie her to those. Although I think she was directly involved in those. Right? I mean, she went into Libya and she killed Gaddafi, who was doing what? Do you understand? Muammar Gaddafi wanted nothing more than a free Libya and a free continent of Africa. He had set up a plan to set up a gold standard for the dinar, the Libyan dinar, which was the currency in Libya. And he was going to back it with currency, with gold, and he was going to rise up. He was giving people college. He was helping people with college tuition. He was allowing churches to grow, Christianity to grow in Libya, all over the country, and wanted it all across Africa. And this flipped them out because, hey, we are the dollar. We are the almighty dollar. I know how much y'all love your dollars, and I get it because I live in that same world. But the fact is that the dollar's backed with nothing, and this man wanted to take the dinar and back it with gold, and they were having no part of it. So they murdered this man, killed him, and Hillary said, "We came, we saw, he died." The woman cackled like some wretched witch, which she is. Did she not?
Well, everybody heard it. If they've listened to anything, they've heard that.
You heard that. I mean, this woman is a wretched, horrible human being. But there's a dark side of Hillary you all don't have no idea of. Shall we go there, Tony?
Well,
Can we talk about the child sacrifice and the murdering and the drinking of blood? I mean, the fact is she is.
All right. That's a little too stiff right now. Let's calm down.
She is a blood drinking Satan.
Stop it.
Well, I'm just saying.
Well, we can work up into that.
Oh, what? How do we walk there? How do we
Just
walk
leave
there?
it alone.
Okay, she's a blood drinking Satanist, but
Leave
don't
her
listen to me
alone.
because he said we shouldn't talk about it. But if we did, she'd be a blood drinking Satanist. Just want you to know. So when they've distracted us with finance, with education, with money, with they've drowned in our lives, pinned us to the wall, mortgaged to the hilt,
With
debt that they helped create. And then flogged us until we were so distracted that we had no time to look at the truth. We don't have time. Free energy? Does it exist? Tony, does free energy exist? Tell me. You know.
Well, certainly it does.
It does.
But if you recognize technology from its infancy,
Right.
you know, from the horse buggies and wagons to the steam engines to the cars to the automobiles that we drive today, and we should be moving into another phase by this point, and we're not going anywhere. Why? Because they got us where they want us.
Right.
They got us dependent on gasoline cars. They got us dependent on gas-fed heating before
Right.
that are living in the street in boxes, and we have to be very concerned about those
I
because
agree.
those are all created by this monster that we're living under right now. This monster society, government, call it what you may.
Right.
It's all a controlled system
Right.
to keep you under control,
Right.
to keep you occupied,
Right.
so that your minds don't waver out and realize that there's more out there, even much better than what we have.
Right.
Technology has been suppressed.
Yes.
Well, now you got your phones and your iPhones and your internet.
Right.
Now you're just preoccupied.
Right.
But you're still got you dependent on gasoline, gas fired furnaces and all this stuff. It's unnecessary.
It's unnecessary. There's free energy out there, but if they ever let go free energy, how can they charge you for it?
They can't.
They can't. When free energy was first developed, it was developed by Tesla.
Tesla.
Right.
He was able to take energy out of the earth,
Right.
out of the earth itself,
Right.
and bring it up and cast it out amongst the
and
people.
transmit it through the air to a city 200 miles away and light the whole city up with no electric wires.
Yeah, that's true.
Look it up. I wouldn't make this up. Go look it up if you don't believe me. Tesla did it. And what the Westinghouse came along and said, well, how are we going to bill for this?
How are you going to put a meter on it?
How are you going to put a meter on it? Because we have to have meters. We can't have all these people getting free energy. How are they going to pay for it? And Tesla said, we don't want to pay for it. This is free. It came from the earth. We can transmit it anywhere in the world. And they killed him. They murdered Nikola Tesla because he was on the cutting edge of the truth.
And they took all of his paperwork, all of his ideas, and I don't think they destroyed them. I think they just kept them for themselves.
They kept them for themselves. They buried them, and they're using it for themselves. And to hell with us, fledgling earthlings out here on the earth. They don't care about us. They've destroyed our education system. You kids should know these things. And if school were school, they'd be teaching about what has gone on in the past and where we are in the future today. But they don't. They bury you with foolishness, nonsense, and emotional trash like, boys should be girls and girls should be boys and we should, and if they want to be a dog, we should accept that. And if they want to be a tree or a building, well, that's okay too, because, everybody has feelings and even buildings. What the hell are we talking about? You can cut off your parts and you can paint your face, paint your lips like a pig. You still going to be a boy. You know what I mean? Girls, you can cut your hair and cut off your boobs and stand up and dress like a man, but you know what? Your DNA, you're going to be a woman. You ain't going to fix it. You can chuck your uterus in the can and it ain't going to change squat. Wake up. They're lying to you. This is nothing more than a distraction. And who are they distraction from, Tony? Who are we being distraction from? Who?
The truth.
And who's the truth?
Jesus Christ.
There we go. They're distracting you from God. They're distracting you from your Savior. They're telling you He ain't out there anymore. Don't be praying. Don't be talking. Don't be asking. Don't ask God to help you. What's He going to do? Because we have the control here. We run all the levers. Who watched The Wizard of Oz? Did you watch The Wizard of Oz?
Most people my age have seen it.
Everybody is. My son
times.
and my granddaughter were both in the movie, in this play, Wizard of Oz. It's this. I was volunteer at high school, and I volunteered for 20 plus plays, ran light, sound, and stage, and I've seen the Wizard of Oz at least 3 times in my 20-year span. But the key about the Wizard of Oz that you don't see is that the wizard,
the man behind the curtain,
are the idiots in Washington. They're manipulating the levers. They're telling you, "Oh, I'm the great and mighty Oz, believe me," and they're all a bunch of moron idiots. Fools, liars, child molesters, pedophiles, scumbags, criminals, and thieves. And a small handful of honest congressmen and senators are out there. But you know what? Do you know them? Do you know them?
I don't know them all.
There you go. Don't know very many of them, do you?
I can name a couple.
There you go. Devin Nunes, right? Rand Paul, Finally, Lindsey Graham, which I think Lindsey Graham was on the dark side and got served the light of day. I think Lindsey Graham got served. You can get on the light side of the light.
Well, he was a follower of Joe Biden, and Biden passed on, and then
No, Bush. He was
he
Bush.
Biden, wasn't it?
No, Joe Biden's still out there. Little pedophile Biden. Joe Biden's a pedophile. Just so you know, he was a vice president, but he was a pedophile. Look at the videos. Go type in Joe Biden and pedophile, and you'll be shocked on YouTube what you find. This guy does this to all the little girls. Oh, sweetie, honey, baby. Oh, you're such a cute. This is what he does to other young congressmen and senators' children, 8, 9, 7, 6-year-old children. He mauls them. And the camera, on camera. Jesus, the guy ain't got enough restraint to constrain himself while the cameras are running. What is he doing in the dark? If this is what he does in the daylight. Hello, folks. Hello. The guy's a scumbag and a criminal. The Democrat Party wants to run him for president. Really? On what? Hey, I want to be a pedophile. You can too? What the hell? What's his platform going to be? That's the truth. That's the truth. I know you don't want to hear the truth, but that's the truth. Hello? Y'all got to get out of... Stop watching TV. Stop it. Stop watching the trash media who lie to you every day and distract you with garbage nonstop. Right?
Well,
I got him with that one.
he's overwhelming me with all this information.
That's the truth. Go look at the videos. The guy's a freaking raving pedophile.
All right.
Well, my God, he was a vice president, and we all find him. Oh, Joe Biden was a scumbag. Are you kidding me? This video is never gonna. They're never gonna keep this live. By the way, we're gonna get banned tonight. Because as soon as they review this, they're gonna say, "Oh, these two boys, they can never be out there anymore."
I think the doorbell's ringing.
You know what? I ain't scared of those people. I ain't scared of those
No,
people.
he's in my house.
I
Let's
ain't
go
scared-
to his house.
Come in my house. I ain't afraid of those people
Yeah,
either.
all right, we'll meet at your house next.
Come in my house. Come to my house. I ain't scared of those people. You know?
No,
What did Jesus say?
they've only got
Don't
a
be
billion
afraid.
dead bodies.
Don't be afraid of the man who can kill you.
They got
Be
a
a
billion
man.
dead bodies behind
Jesus
them.
said, don't be afraid of the man who can kill you, but the one who can kill you and then destroy your soul. That's the one I'm afraid of. And I love him, and he loves me. But the fact is, you don't cross God. Don't think you can beat God. Satan thought he could. Satan still thinks he can. And he's convinced far more in Washington than you could imagine to get on his side. These people are fully satanic, blood-drinking scumbag. See, I know y'all don't want to hear this, but that's the truth. Look up adrenochrome. Adrenochrome. Look it up. ADREN, Adreno, CHROME. Adrenochrome. Look it up. I ain't lying to you. I don't have any reason to. You can like it. You can love it. You can tell me I'm crazier than hell. Look it up for yourself. And that's what y'all need to do. Wake up. Spend time researching the truth. Stop watching TV. Stop listening to the news. Stop it. You want to get out of your lousy lives? Stop it. The God of the heavens wants to talk to you, and there's a purpose for all of us. And I heard something from Jonathan Cahn, which God bless that man. I just love listening to him. He said, everybody says, boy, I wish I lived in biblical times. Well, you know what? You do. It's happening right now. End of days is occurring right before your very eyes. You can jump in on the right team, or you can jump in on the dark side. There is no middle of the ground. There is no, I'm sit on the fence, prop up my feet, and we'll see who the winner is. We already know who the winner is. Right? Do you have any doubt telling who the winner is?
Well, we know who the winner is.
If you've read the Word of God, you know who the winner is.
You're going to be tested.
You're going to be tested. And it's not going to be pleasant. Listen to me. The Bible says, in the end days, those who believe in Jesus Christ will be persecuted even unto death. But cling to him and you will give everlasting life. If you believe. That's a hard note. Mark of the beast is right around the corner. The final temple of Solomon, they're talking about where to build it. The stones have already been cut. End days are playing out right before everybody's eyes, and God has lifted up Donald Trump to give America, United States, one more chance. Where you at? Where you at? Do you love Donald Trump? Do you love what he's doing for this country? Or are you going to go, I ain't got time to listen to all that. I didn't even have time to watch the State of the Union. God bless that man. He beat them like a bad horse last night. Beat them like a bad horse. And they're losing their minds. I get it. They hate it because he put the light of truth in their eyes. He took the camera and he went, hello, check these guys. They want to be socialists and communists. Well, let me understand something. There'll be no communism as long as I'm in this country, as long as I'm president. He's basically saying, come kill me if you think you can. That's what he said.
Oh.
He said, there'll be no socialism in this country ever. America was born free and they will remain free as long as I am president. What do you think that said? That's a gauntlet. He threw a gauntlet down. That's what he just said. Come kill me. Because by God, as long as I'm here, it ain't happening. And the little socialists in the audience flipped out. They were losing their mind. I see them on their phones. Take the internet. No good. They were cuss lines like, they were like 37-word cuss words. They couldn't stand it. They couldn't stand it.
Well, we all need to go back and watch that again.
We need to go.
If you haven't listened to it, watch it.
Take time. Listen to me. The man is giving you an opportunity.
To by the grace of God.
He's Jehu of our time. He's saying, hey, God has sent me here. I may not be the greatest Christian in the world, but God has lifted me up to save this country. Give him a reprieve. Wake up. Wake up. Hello? Wake up. Get out of your trance. You're in a trance, people. You're in the matrix. This is a matrix. It truly is. You have no idea what goes on outside of your world. I get that. Most of us don't have time to look outside of our own world. We're so busy going through our day-to-day lives and feeding our children and going to work and, going to practice and, kids got ball practice and they got this and that and the other. And when do I have time? When do I have time? I get that. Find the time. And if you don't, come see us. We'll give you the short version. Yeah, I know.
You want the long version. So
I get the long
short version.
That's right. He's got the very short version. I got this long version. I'm going to tell you the truth. It's long and wide. It's deep and long.
All right, folks. We'll say good night.
He's ready to go to bed already. You done already?
Well, it's all, you're taking up an awful lot of time.
Well, this is live, so it's not going anywhere. It's live. This is happening.
I know, but it's...
Where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? I know that this is going to be recorded because it's being recorded live. So go back to your video there. What other useful idiot things did they talk about?
Well...
See, we left out all the good subjects here.
My phone went dead.
His phone... Oh, my God.
You remember...
his phone...
You remember... what was it?
What?
True Lies.
Yeah.
The guy was videoing.
Yeah. He said...
And he was this guy was giving all the big announcements.
Right.
The battery.
The battery. It is dead. It is dead. Oh no. Oh!
My battery.
It's dead. How are we gonna run a show with this?
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
The battery.
The battery is dead. Oh God. This is what I put up with.
Well, hey, you know what? We can continue on the next time.
All right.
I'll have a warm, hot battery.
Get a warm, fresh, hot battery. Folks, I'm telling you, it's time to wake up. I've tossed some seeds out there. I'm going to go back and we'll cover these seeds with some truth next time we get on. I got all the evidence in the world, more than you could stand. And I know I don't shock you all about the truth, but this is the truth. We're in trouble. We have allowed liars, criminals, and pedophiles to run our country. 80% of the Congress and Senate have either been involved in it or been compromised by it. They're trafficking children at an alarming rate. This whole thing about murdering children at the time of birth, at dilation, I can decide, New York and West Virginia, this is about child sacrifice, folks. In Virginia, and New York, they want to murder babies at the day they're born.
They said there's 5 states that do that.
I'm telling you, this is not just child fanticide. This is child sacrifice. These people get excited. They believe they get power when they murder children. They truly do. I know that you'll understand that. I don't understand that. I got grandbabies. I hope my real grandbaby sleeps in between me and mom every night. There she is, kicking and rolling and tossing. She's so precious. I cannot tell you. She's so cute. Her is Papa's girl. And when Papa calls home, her gets excited. Her hears Papa's voice and she goes, "Oh, here's my Papa," because she knows Papa loves her to pieces. And to murder these babies, what the hell's wrong with you? To murder babies, what the? My mind cannot wrap around that evil. I can't. I don't. Well, my solution is not his solution. You don't want to know what I want to do to him because I want to make him their life suck. But that's okay. That's for another conversation. But what you have to understand is that this has been going on since Old Testament times. People were.
Selling the body parts.
That's right. They're killing babies. They are dissecting them and selling their parts, their DNA, for scientific purposes. There are people who are using the placentas and the cells of these infants to try to cure diseases. They think if they kill an unborn infant and they put him into a sick person, they'll make them well. No, they're making them cannibals. The evidence for healing is with God himself. He'll tell you. He's all into that. Sid Roth. You know, I get it. I have my issues, but I respect him. I get it. And there are healings. There are truly, honest to God miracles happening right now.
More.
As the evil rises, so does good. It's a choice. As evil rises, so does good. It's not going to be all one and not the other. It's an equal. And I hate to use the Chinese yin and a yang, but it's that way. It's with one rises, so does the other. There cannot be an unequal amount of opportunity. But you got to choose. You got to get off the fence. Wake up. Stop thinking that somebody else. It's his job to figure it out. I'm too busy.
Take time to look up Sid Roth while you're at looking things up. Look up Sid Roth.
Right.
And see what God is doing.
Right. Stephen, Ship. There's so many people out there. I'll put a list in our next video. Well, I'll have a list of names that you can go look up yourself. Folks, I wouldn't make this stuff up. I study, I read, I research, and I've read the Word of God. Trust me. I was a youth minister for a short period of time in my life. I know. And those kids, when we had our youth meetings, they said to me, "Alvin, I feel the Holy Spirit in the room." They could feel it. He's there, folks. He's real. He exists. And he wants to love you. And he loved you so much he died before you were even born. And he knew every hair on your head before you were born. He said every hair on your head is counted. Every hair on your head is counted. Who knows that? Your own parents don't know that. And they love you to death. They don't know all the hairs on your head, but God does. He says, "I knew you in the womb. I knew when you were cellular, I knew you. And you were born for a purpose for this day and this time. But you got to get up and wake up and understand there's a reason to be here.
Just take the time to look things up.
Look it up.
And ask God to help you, and He will.
He will. He will show you the truth. But you got to find the truth, and you got to seek the truth, and you got to stop believing what you see on television. It's entertainment. I'm not saying don't entertain yourself. I get it. Sometimes you just need a little distraction. But don't spend your world living in distraction. Don't. Hello. Wake up. Time is short. I'm telling you. Are we going to see the end? Maybe. Are you going to see the end? Probably. Are your children going to see the end? Absolutely. That I can guarantee. Do I know the day and the hour and the time? No. Jesus said, only the Father knows the truth. But he also said, I will tell you the signs of the times.
And the seasons.
And the seasons. And the seasons are upon us right now. He said there'll be signs in the heavens. Do you understand? We've had 6. Let me count 6. There we go. 6. I got my fingers together. 6 blood moons in 4 years. 6. That has never happened in 2,000 years. 6 blood moons in 4 years. That's never happened, folks. Those are the signs of the heavens. These are the things he was talking about. and they're before you at this very hour. It's time for us to go. Yeah, right. So, have a good night. Tony, I'm Al.
I'm Tony.
Have a good evening. We'll
Good
see you next week.
Our internet's back on.
My phone.